Well, we didn't post a whole lot this winter because we actually had a pretty cold winter, and we had a lot of things planned and a lot of shit to catch up on before we set loose. But we're gonna start getting some shit back together so we can tear some shit up here directly. This thing we got parts on the way for, and get it back going, get some tire chains on it, and see how long it lasts through the woods. Beat it up a little bit, and got some tires put on it and all that good stuff. This old girl here just needs a couple things. This is the main unit. She's always ready to go. She just needs freshening up for springtime. She'll be ready to follow that white son of a bitch about anywhere it wants to go. This old girl is going to be our kind of our off-road farm truck, tow truck, cherry picker kind of setup. Weld up a boom and a bed on the back of it. It's a 1 ton 5-speed, so it ought to do all right through the woods, and put a spool in the back of it. Got 35s in there to throw on it. Need 5 17-inch wheels, but other than that, I think this one will be a viable candidate to beat the shit out of this summer. If anyone's got some 17-inch Super Duty wheels or 17-inch Toyota Chevy 6-lug wheels or damn near 17-inch anything wheels, I've got some 17-inch tires for them. These are what we're going to run through the woods and see how they do. Maxes. Get the hog roaster out and cleaned up for a 4th of July party that we're actually going to have this year on the 4th of July. Been trying to plan that for several years now, just never worked out, but 4th of July is on a Friday this year, so I think we're going to have a good time. This poor bastard was cutting hay during World War II, so as you can imagine, I work on it more than I ever get to drive it, but I think we are going to try and do some brush cutting this year on shit that we haven't cut before, and get us a little more real estate to play with for the racetrack and stuff. That's soon to come. There'll be more on that. This old girl picked up a few years ago to put the motor and transmission out of that motorhome that we did a revival on there a few years ago and didn't hardly film anything of. If you creep back in the short videos, you'll see a little bit of it. But I bought this thing just for that motor and transmission and just have not got around to sticking it in there yet. So that's soon to come also. Get us a hay truck, and hell, might make it a log truck. You never know. No square buddy. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to finally drag this old girl out and go on some of these poker runs and side-by-side rides and all that stuff. I'm not really into the side-by-sides. I prefer a 4-wheeler or mainly this 3-wheeler if we're going in the woods. But yeah, we're going to do some exploring in the local trail rides and stuff and get some good video of that. And I need to learn some of these trails anyway, so be a good excuse to put some miles on the old girl. And there's several other projects that we got going on, but they're all strung out in different locations. There's 3 different spots that we kind of do stuff at, and been trying to get everything in one place. And the old Recon's still ready to go. She's just a Recon, she's hot and ready at a moment's notice. But everything else is coming this spring, as far as we put off a lot of the trail rides and stuff and a lot of the projects we had going on out here, and just kind of worked on everything to get shit running again. And now that we're starting to get caught up and everything's looking good, Trump's back in, everything's going great, I think we're going to tear some shit up this year. And we got our little secret racetrack project going down in the bottom field there. We just need probably a dozer to complete that. But as you can see, it's still way too wet for any kind of equipment work right now. So we're just hiding out and waiting. This racetrack's going to be a hell of a deal, I think. We'll have a kids track in the middle of it, and then the adult track be the big span. So yeah, I think we're going to have some fun down there. You stay tuned for that, and anybody that's local has a front-wheel drive 4-cylinder car, we're going to have a racetrack. So holler at me. And the house spot is still coming. We put that off also just for, not to get political, but interest rate reasons and price increases and everything else. Even the dozer that I need to rent to do the driveway in this house spot has significantly increased in price, along with fuel. So that's coming very soon also. There's a couple other things we're going to hit on, like the racetrack while the dozer's here. But there's some fun stuff we're going to try and sneak in. Well, we got some equipment to play with. Probably going to do a hoe with the dozer just to put some ditches in and clean stuff up, do some culverts and everything. But right now, as you see all these trees that are marked, all this shit's getting dropped. Anything that might even get close to the house. The spot doesn't look very big right now because of the brush and everything. And I'm just sitting on the driveway part of it. The house is way back there in the corner, but where it will be, the spot. But yeah, anybody that I posted a video last year, because we were starting on it and decided to wait one more year. So if you remember this time last year, I didn't lie to you. We're still doing the house spot. So if you do want to follow along for that, it's going to start probably April, mid-April, when we're going to haul ass on this and do some brush clearing and logging and firewood, all that good stuff. So follow along if that's something you're interested in. There's a better view of the spot. It's semi-flat right now. The last time I had a dozer here, this was supposed to be a camper spot to start with. We ended up doing the top road for the campers and stuff. So this just kind of sat. But yeah, once all these trees are gone, I'm gonna scrape the hell out of it with the dozer and gouge everything out. This will be a really nice driveway, or well, really nice house spot with a really nice driveway leading up to it. So we just gotta shove some dirt out of the way. And then everybody's family campers and everything still stash up there, and we have running water and power. By then we won't need generators and water tanks.